Hi friends, welcome back to our channel. It's been a while and we've been working very hard because we are starting everything from scratch here. I can show you around. It's when we started here we had grass that was up to here and it's very thick, cannot be cut with regular trimmers. So we found ways to take care of the grass, but up there you can see we've made a lot of terraces and we got inspired by one of our friends in Southern California. I think the landscape is similar, although here we have rainy and dry season, but similar landscape in the hills, and she was doing pretty good with her plantings of avocado, regenerating the soil, regenerating the fruit tree orchard there. So we got very impressed with her and decided to do the same, but that's just the starting. Here what I wanted to show you is something that we started a few months ago and it seems like it's growing very well. So this raised bed, the flowers you can see, we have oregano, we have Thai basil for cooking. We have lots of peanuts here as well that have been doing good in the dry season as well. And we got excited to make the video today because last week we started eating off of our own raised beds. That was pretty fast and we thought that why not make a video, although we initially thought we will only make video after we kind of have something to show to you all, but this is already something. So let's see what we've been doing here. We made raised beds that are 1 meter wide and almost 3 to 4 meters long. These were the wood that were available in local hardware stores, so that we didn't have to cut much. We just used the same length as that were available. And we decided to do the sugiban technique that we were so successful doing in Florida. And it was a real success. We have a video where we showed how after 1 year the comparison between wood that is sugiban and one that is not, and that was a good one. So we did here, the black color is from that, and we've been planting stuff here. Here you can see lots of arugula growing. And in this raised bed we have edamame beans and hot peppers and then some garlic to deter the pests. Here we have dill and radishes growing. Radishes already we've been eating these in our salads and also cooking them for a while now. You turn around, you can see some bamboos here we got from a local guy. These bamboos will be good for fences because we have a large property and we cannot fence it all, so we will be planting them along the border of the property. On this side we decided to use, actually this wood that you see were used for making the foundations of our house, so we decided to reuse the wood that you can see here and sugiban. And then what we are growing here is mint down here. And up here is Passiflora quadrangularis, the big one. This is the Passiflora from Brazil. We don't know much about that. It just said all the seeds that we got from long time ago. And the tag said Passiflora from Brazil, and that's it. So it will be interesting to see what kind of flowers or fruits it will give. This one is the most good looking one. This is Passiflora maliformis. It's from Bellamy seeds and it has already flowered. You can see bees hovering around a beautiful flower. So I'm gonna go back and research what Passiflora maliformis fruit looks like and what the taste profile is, because at that time I remember buying it from Bellamy seeds, but I don't really remember what kind of fruits it will give. But anyways, there is a variety. 3 different varieties are growing here. Another interesting thing which I wanted to tell is about this mint. They are thriving, really taking off, and then here they're barely surviving. What might be the reason is that gets some shade from the sun, and this one gets a lot of sun, and we are at 1000 meters, so that's really harsh UV radiation up here for the plants. So I don't know if that makes a difference. In the afternoon they are gonna get shaded from this side, so they won't get afternoon sun. Here again we utilize those small boxes for raised beds. We have monk fruit here. The seeds came from China. Our friend Jason sent us seeds. So that is monk fruit here, monk fruit there. The leaves look a little bit sad during the sun, but once in the afternoon the sun goes to the back, they perk up. This is another interesting vine. It's called Haiba. Starts with J. It grows to this size, a little fattens up, and it's crunchy. It tastes like cucumber. It can be just eaten out of hand, and in a place where it is hot like this, it's a great one to have. So we have more raised beds on this side, lots of project plants. So our plan is to make 3 more raised beds here. But the ones that we already have, this is zucchini, and look, it's growing very well here. We're very excited. Maybe next week we will have our own. So it has 2 types of flowers. The one with a thin stem, these are male flowers, and these will come first. So don't get scared that your male flowers are just dropping or not making any fruit. After a week or so, the female flower comes, and if you go up here, you can see the flower already has fruit in it. So this is the female flower. So just have some patience. First the male flowers come and let them be. After a week, 2 weeks, the female flowers come. So zucchinis are doing big, but they didn't start as big as this. They were very small, and we found out that someone was eating them at night when they were really small. So we were not here all the time. So we bought these. We had already these as food covers, bought from Amazon, just to cover the food from flies, and we decided to use these. And once they become big enough like this, we just removed, and then now the pests don't harm them much. Even if they eat some leaves, they are not gonna kill the plant. They are easy to use, so easily collapses like this. So if you want to use like this, the only problem is sometimes if it's very windy, they might get blown over, but you can easily secure them with something down to the ground. Another zucchini here, so they're thriving a lot. Here we have radishes. So the first lot we planted were white radishes that are long, and after they're gone, we plan to plant the round red ones. Back there we have some beans. Here the tomatoes, within a month they have started flowering. Down here they grew as just self-seeded weeds, but if you just eat the leaves, they are kind of edible. So we wonder it's some kind of a local spinach or watercress or something. We need to still ask locals as to what they are, and if they're actually edible in salads, that would be great, because they don't need much care. They're just taking over this place. If you are in Costa Rica or elsewhere, and if you know what this plant is, see, the flowers are like this. The small white flowers are coming, and they don't grow higher than this. They almost look like a very good ground cover. They spread around. So they're doing a good job. Here we will plant another tomato. Another section here will be beans, pepper, and tomatoes. So we have a pepper that will be going into ground. So we're just putting here to make it acclimatized to the place, to the sun and everything. So what about watering? Yes, we do not have any watering system right now. We've been hand watering, but we plan to set up soaker hose. It's like it will just soak the whole area, because we have something growing in all the areas. We don't want to do the overhead, because here we realize that it's going to be rotting the roots or rotting the plant. So it's all in the work. It will take time. It's just 2 people job here, me and my wife, so we don't have anyone to help, or we want to do it ourselves, because it's a great process of learning, making mistakes, learning from them. So this is where we are. The inside we already showed you a while ago. It's full of fruit trees, all sorts of varieties. From mangoes, we have almost 20 varieties now. All the best mangoes that I like from Florida are already here. So hopefully someday we'll be able to share science to people who will be excited about mangoes. There's not much excitement here, but for growing veggies, there is a lot of excitement from people who come from up north, and we could share with people if we have something good and trade with them. So if you are here in this area of Costa Rica, in Perez de Ledon, please contact us. Let us know. We could be friends. We could share seeds. We could share cuttings, and that way you can share the genetics and spread it everywhere. We didn't tell you much about the soil, and we always thought that back in Florida, we had to amend. It's just sand, there is not much. We don't want to put fertilizers, NPK and everything on top, so that was a lot of work. But what I have noticed here, what we have noticed is that anything that you put in the soil and you put in your like manufactured soil mix, like you buy perlite, vermiculite and copper coir, the one that you put in the soil actually is giving leaves and rooting faster and more happier than what you put in the manufactured soil. So that's my experience, so which is good. What we still did was, because this soil is hard and it gets very dry during the dry season, the native soil, so we had to put some loose soil on top. And we have a guy who brings in composted soil, so, and they like lots of nitrogen, all these fruit, all these veggies, so we had to top the native soil on top with all these amended composted soil. That's the soil mix that we are using. We haven't used any of the fertilizers, NPK, anything on these, and they are growing very beautifully. Same with the fruit trees. The native soil, everyone is growing so well. Only thing with mangoes, I hear that in acidic soil you need to put calcium, so I am in search of dolomite for the mangoes. Avocados, I don't much know. I think they grow very well in California, so hopefully I won't have to use that. But it's a lot of learning, so I'm not a maestro, I'm not a know-it-all about everything, and actually I like it when I make mistakes and learn through it. So happy to take you all through this journey. We are right now in end of January, beginning of February. This is a dry season. March, April is still dry. From May onwards, we will be starting to plant trees, and we will make some video on how we are going to plant all our trees. Avocado, white sapotes, mangoes, guavas, pomegranates grow well here. Persimmons grow well here. So we'll be showing you videos on all our plantings and taking you along with our journey. So stay tuned. Keep liking and subscribing. Meaning, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because that would help us get inspired to make more videos, because we are so busy here doing this. This is a lot of work and we rarely get time to make videos. But if we have enough people who are commenting us, liking and subscribing, then the inspiration goes on. So thank you very much for watching, guys. We'll be back soon.